I'm Dale Dawson, and I want to thank Julia and congratulate you on Pivot Points. It's a fascinating study, and I'm honored to be included. Sorry I can't be with you today in Chicago. I'm at the Bridge2Rwanda Career Center in Kigali, Rwanda, where we're preparing some of Rwanda's brightest students to compete for international scholarships. And once they've studied abroad, we serve as a placement service to bring them back and to find opportunities for internships and jobs back in the private and public sector here in Africa. I want to spend a moment to tell you about the most significant career decision that I made, which was when, at the age of 51, I decided to quit my job as an investment banker and a private equity investor at Stephens Inc. and trust God to redesign and create a new life for me that would rekindle my passion and my purpose. When I was 50 years old, I had the perfect job, the job I'd always wanted. I was running investment banking for Stephens Inc., which is owned by one of the wealthiest and most entrepreneurial families in America. This was what I always wanted to do, it was a perfect platform for making money, for building companies, and for helping other people build companies. What was missing was passion, which was as much a mystery to me as anyone else, since this is what I always wanted. I began to look at passion and the passion that had driven me in my life and realized that my passion, what I became passionate, was not always predictable. And when I lost my passion, I couldn't get it back. And I came to the conclusion that passion was a gift from God, that it came from outside of me. My pivotal decision was to conclude that I wasn't ever going to find and regain my passion working at Stephens Inc. And I decided to quit, to stop, to clear the decks, to make myself available for wherever God might lead me, and to treat my life as a big white canvas upon which to paint whatever kind of life fit, using my skills, my talent, my resources, and my 30 years of business experience. Within about 6 months, I found the answer to what I was looking for. I went to an event at Opportunity International, which is one of the largest and oldest microfinance organizations. I learned two things at that event that were new to me. One is that my perception of world poverty was not correct, that poor people around the world are not poor because they're lazy or they make bad choices. They just don't have opportunity. The other thing I learned that was really critical was that I learned that entrepreneurship is actually a divine calling, and that business is an extraordinarily powerful tool for transforming the lives of families and individuals, communities, and countries. And most important, I learned that building businesses is a way to fulfill God's plan for us to love and help one another. At that moment, at that event, I realized that God had been preparing me for 50 years to help build businesses to create opportunity for people to help themselves. The last 10 years have been the most fun and rewarding of my life. My skills, my talents, my experience are being used in a context to work alongside the people of Rwanda, which is one of the most inspiring and successful countries in the world, and particularly in Africa. My core mission today is the Bridge2Rwanda Scholars, where we prepare the most promising young people for extraordinary lives as globally educated entrepreneurial leaders with a heart of a servant. I don't really focus on building businesses today. I focus on building a network of friends who share my passion for building transformational businesses and for developing leaders who are going to make a difference in Rwanda and Africa. I've become very fond of an old Greek proverb which says that societies grow great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they will never sit in. The Bridge2Rwanda Scholars are my shade trees. Thanks for listening. God bless. Read the book.